The Women in High Performance Sport project was developed to provide equitable opportunities for women in leadership, to give women an opportunity to aspire and see women in leadership roles in sport, specifically focusing on coaching and leadership. Traditionally, sport is more of a male-dominated career, and I think women and men together, working together, is great for the New Zealand high performance system. For the first residency fund, there were 9 positions available to women across NSOs in New Zealand. Multiple sports took up the opportunity, and I think it's been a great venture for High Performance Sport New Zealand and NSOs to work together to ensure we have diversity across the high performance sector.
I had already been kind of in talks with New Zealand Football about kind of what a role could look like for me. The role was to be the Future Firms Domestic Programme Assistant. One of the biggest things from the residency was having a mentor, and that's one of the biggest ways I've been able to learn and grow is actually through the people that I've met. Really lucky to have had Tony Redding's amazing football brain. I was doing my masters at the time in advanced performance football coaching, and he is also incredibly academic, so he helped me through that whole process. And then Helene Wilson was one of my mentors and gave me a completely different viewpoint from a different sport, but a female in sport. To have really 2 contrasting mentors was just invaluable for me. The programme is much more than just a job. It's created a huge network of support, which is incredible. My confidence throughout these last couple of years has developed massively and will continue to do so. The opportunity to, first of all, get my foot in the door at New Zealand Football has led to big things, like career, life-changing things for me. This programme has helped lead me to the Phoenix Women's A-League side.
They're looking to do it differently this time. Grace Jarley going one-on-one and scoring for Wellington. Their leading scorer strikes for the 3rd time this campaign.
I get to lead that team out with a group of staff and players who I feel really like inspired by and passionate to go out in Sky Stadium. That first game is going to be outrageous. I can't wait.
It's hard to fully explain the growth that we've seen in Natalie over the last sort of year and a half because there's been so much of it. I think probably the biggest thing we've seen is a big growth in her confidence. I think she's starting to see things in herself now that we'd all seen previously. But I think through being part of this programme and the support she's been given, she's grown a huge amount, confidence to reach out, confidence to be herself, I think, and lead authentically.
I think being a mentor is a really special role. You get to walk alongside someone on their journey as they grow and develop in the role that they have. You're immensely proud when you see people just touch into the potential that you can see in them that they don't sometimes see in themselves. So it's incredibly gratifying to see that. But also when walking in the shoes of a mentor, you grow and you can see mirror-like images of the experiences that you've been through, and I think being able to share the experiences of working in high performance sport with the women is really, really special, because when women work well together, they really uplift and support each other.
I think with female coaches coming through as well, I've seen it, I've experienced it, working with, alongside, is just helps give that diversity of thinking, a diversity of background, and it does offer a different perspective. So I think as a whole, sport will benefit a lot more to have more female coaches working full-time in the game.
I was doing the high performance coordinator role, and we saw the residency advertised through High Performance Sport New Zealand, and had a conversation with Surf and said this is an awesome opportunity to actually fund the role and give it the resource to be able to go full time and see what we can make of it. That created an awareness of what value having a full-time role dedicated to the high performance programs could bring. And so Surf Lifesaving, after the residency, agreed to fully fund the role. So now I'm paid by Surf Lifesaving New Zealand, which is, yeah, I think that's a great achievement. But I think what's unique about Surf Lifesaving is that although my position became a paid role, I'm working predominantly with volunteers. So they've got their professional lives, their family, but finding that balance to not get burnout is really challenging. What I've learnt in this role, I guess to start off with, I was given a lot of autonomy and a lot of support both at the same time. I've learnt how important the network is in building that support structure around myself. It's probably not something I focused on too much in the past, but in a leadership role, you get some pretty curly challenges, and that's when you really need the support network.
Tanya's been a huge positive impact on the organisation as a whole, and obviously with the focus on women and high performance that the residency brings, it's meant the organisation really had to look at itself. We were really lucky to be one of the few organisations that got the chance to have High Performance Sport fund a position. That was only for 18 months. The board have supported Tanya's role to continue beyond the residency, which is great, but I think it's also meant that we've looked at a wider perspective of females within our sport. Tanya's not long after she started involved in a Women in Life-Saving project, and she's also was seconded onto a volunteer strategy group as well to not only represent females, represent high performance, and it just shows, I guess, one, the respect and esteem that she's held in and the impact she's had, but also just shows that our organisation now realises, oh, we're going to have to do more and be really specific in how we do things in relation to having more female leadership in key roles.
New Zealand.
It's been a real opportunity for me to step into a leadership role. This has definitely opened up a door and done so in a really supportive way. Mine was good timing and the right timing for me. So yeah, I feel very fortunate to have had the opportunity, and absolutely we should be supporting as well as opening the door for women. Yeah.
The Women in Sport High Performance Initiative has really helped create more pathways for females involved in the game. Like I said, the players now have this clear pathway from when they first lace up their boots to playing professionally, playing at the pinnacle events on the world stage. And now we're starting to create those pathways for female coaches, and I know there's a huge amount of good players that have come through that pathway now, that when they get to the end of their careers, we want to be able to kick them into the game, and the Women in Sport initiative is really now cementing those pathways, so to open up for currently female coaches in the game, but I think then when players get to the end of their careers, they can now see, actually, I can still stay involved in the game because others have done it before me. And I think, yeah, it's going to leave a real legacy, I think, this program, because yes, we've had a short-term impact now, but I think the longer-term impact could be even more profound.
I think every woman in any leadership role will go through challenges, and obviously if you're in a male-dominated sport, the challenge is how to articulate the strengths that you bring to the table. And so skillful communication is an important part of leadership, and I think having the residency has given the women opportunities to go into challenging situations and have the confidence to just share the leadership skill set that they bring.
I'm really proud of myself. It's a hard industry. High performance sport's hard. Being a female in football is hard. Like, you fight all the time to be relevant, to be heard, but you keep doing it and you keep fighting because you know that things will get slightly better for you, but then whoever follows me, even if it's 10% better, even if the world that we are living in as a female in football in high performance is 10% better for the next person, then it's worth it. So I'm proud of myself for that.